Well, time will tell. NIP chose to be on the CT side, so we'll see whether it works out for them. They've got 2 HE grenades, I assume, for either bottom of middle or bottom of banana. And we will see the defuse kit on the back of him as well. In terms of pistols, we have got a P250 for Apex. So the bomb on his back as well, a couple of smokes available. Does suggest a B-sided play, but with 2 smokes, you really can't go anywhere. See what happens in the first couple of interactions. Rez be covering Lekro as he pushes down towards second middle. Has vision and the first kill. Beautiful stuff, trying to get away with this one now.
Oh, he's just standing his ground and RPK.
What?
Glocks. Oh, I think that might have been him as well. Another dink from the Glock. Misuta charging up as well. He wants to finish what was started. And Rez cowering now in mini pit. He is getting the rotation in with Nork with his kit, but they're already accelerating and is spotted and found. Converted nicely. It was RPK that landed that dink. So 3 headshots as he charged up middle.
Well, there it is. It's going to be a 4 versus 2 now. Plopsky and Nork certainly capable of winning this round, but it doesn't look good for them. They've got a diffuse kit, a smoke, but need to find a couple of kills first so you can get close to that bomb. I don't think it's going to happen. Look at the setup. They've got 3 on the side, 1 in the pit. Looks a little bit too strong.
It does look almost unshakable. And so it looks like Plopsky and Nork are just positioning themselves in a way to try and take as many of those Vitality members down on the way out of the site. They're low enough that the bomb blast would kill them. They do have to move a little bit. Masuta towards pit will be safe. The rest choosing apps as a safe exit. And so everybody gets away scar-free.
Now, this round coming up, unless Vitality do something very quickly, will be agonizingly slow. It'll be very awkward at parts, and it might even come down to the last 10 to 15 seconds, because we know NIP are going to upgrade. We know that they're going to invest in the smokes. Each smoke that drops buys you roughly, let's say 20 seconds time for everybody at home, roughly 20 seconds of time. And when you have the upgraded weapons and you're on the winning side here, you don't want to be running through into the defenders with deagles behind it. So unless Vitality have a set piece, a faster play, something they want to go for that's a little bit off meta here, just expect a slow round ahead of you.
Well, time will tell. Plopsky wants to swing out towards the potential barrel position. No, it doesn't even have to. They walk into his crosshead. It's Apex again. Likes going down first, and they've received a grenade towards the... Is that in towards the apartments position? It is. So they just took a pretty much max damage grenade to 2 players. They've lost Apex, their in-game leader, and they're going to have to make their way out for an apartments burst here. But Rez, very good with the deagle. He's about to be set up.
Yeah, this is a perfect headshot for him. Can't miss. And now Necro's hitting his. It's clean. It's almost perfect. Only RPK left. This could be a 4-5 members still standing second
Do you
round.
see how the team kind of fundamentally breaks down at that point? Your in-game leader goes down, and with 1 minute 15 left on the clock, you've called to send all your rifles to the tightest choke point on the map. Not even a flashbang there, just dry peek out, with SMG going first. I just don't know what you're hoping to happen at that point. They've got deagles, they've got crossfires, they're watching that position. You can still work the map. I don't know why they feel like they had to commit at that point. You can see, like, sure, they lost the first pick. They could go back and even get banana control at that stage. Sure. I don't know why they felt like this was the only play. Like, no flashes, no smokes down, even towards library. They had like 15 different angles to deal with there, from graveyard, bomb site, library, pits, balcony. No smokes down, no flashes used, nothing really eradicated.
Yeah, and that really did suffer the consequences of their actions there. Vitality conceded that round, but also didn't lose a single man for NIP. Straight through the Molotov, they greet them with a smile and a double. They forced into this one as well. Vitality, through all of what little they could scrape together. It's just been met by a double kill to start things off, and now over the corpse of their comrades, they step. And look at the setup from NIP. They got 4 on this A site. There is nothing these guys can do, and clean as you like, 2-1.
NIP handled that with absolute grace, I have to say. It's going to be Norg just taking a little bit of damage. That's about it. It has to be the full eco for Vitality. And you see the impact player, Nork, 2 kills in round 3. Moving on to round 4, of course. That would make sense. We are going to have the eco here for Vitality. P250 for Apex at the very top end. 0 and 2. He seems like he's got ants in his pants today, Chad. He constantly wants to be charging those first positions. He is, quote-unquote, the entry fragger of the team, of course. But on Nuke on the CT side, some questionable decisions as well. I guess he's maybe trying to balance things out, being the in-game leader and a role player as well, trying to do multiple things at once, not used to it, perhaps? I'm not sure.
Well, Apex, watching Apex play his best Counter-Strike is when, you're feeling the game and you're hitting those timings and the pace.
Yeah.
And the problem is if he sucks the rest of the team into that way of playing. Now, I would say with the coaching staff, it's very regimented over there. They have quite the backbone and body behind them to hold them as a team. So I don't think that the entire game will get sucked in that direction, even if he likes those type of calls. But you will see them come in every now and again. And I think we have to lump him in with that same place as we throw a Carrigan, for example. Sure. Or, one of these players who, if they go on in and they find the 2 entries, well, they look like a genius and they win the round. But if they lose it, that's when it starts to be a bit of a problem. Now, those wild cards, everybody has one. Some are just more consistent than others. And right now, Apex, well, he's hemorrhaging in the opening kill department.
Early days.
So, Twist to defend the arch push. As usual, Vitality's keeping 5 players together. It's worked out for them. For their first kill as well here, you can see how overwhelming it can be if you get a bit of map control. Pushing together, and there's so many bodies being sent towards CT spawn. They're not trying to get out. It looks like they're absolutely fine. There could be another kill, but not going to come through. So, considering that as eco wasn't too bad for Vitality, made things interesting. Fast push up towards middle, but it is going to be 3-1 in favor of the Swedes here. As we get into round 5, Shox will have the AK-47. Money's still not amazing on the T side, but more than enough there to get enough out. AKs, Galils, basic utility. And then we go to round number 5. So Galil's out in 3s on the CT side. You don't see that too often.
True, especially considering just how much extra money they got in the bank. This, to some extent, a bonus. Shox yet to draw blood on Inferno. Barrage of utility is going to get things a little hot and heavy for Apex. He's been forced straight into another nade. Oh, and NIP complete the set.
There it is.
That is the perfect utility in Banana.
Bear in mind, Chad can maybe back this up as well. When your in-game leader goes down first, it's traditional that he'll just shut his mouth once he dies at the very beginning of the round. I'm not sure it would be the case here, but it's definitely not a good sign. The in-game leader just goes down with nothing at the very start, especially when you're a team that's quite loose and just kind of relying on mid-round calls at this point. So we'll see what they can do to recover this one. I'd imagine Shock starts speaking at this stage. He'll pick up the
the slack.
Pick up the slack and see what he can do with it. But you can see nothing in terms of set. Smoke's coming in, just working the angles, seeing if they can find a headshot, get themselves back in the round.
So you can see now with the number advantage how passive they are. We always talk about either wanting to keep banana control or brackets control. NIP don't have either. And it is a 4v5, so they have the number advantage. But you can see right here, if all 4 players execute on the site.
Well, Plopsky's still got a smoke, right? So he'll be dropping that as soon as he feels any threat. Down it goes, so he can at least call for a rotation, but they might not respect the smoke. I don't think they are. In they go. Very loose approach here from Vitality, but it's working out again, but there's North through the smoke. 5 versus 3 now. Damage inflicted towards RPK as well. As the bomb gets planted, Plopsky doesn't need to force the issue here. Can wait for his teammates to arrive. Flashbang's going to arrive from Banana as well. Look at Twist's position. He's got 2 flashes in the logs right now. He can double pump the flashes over before his team commits towards the site. We'll see if that's going to be the case. Plopsky going to meet 2 here. Down he goes. Flashes should be delivered momentarily, and they'll go for the retake.
There's Flash. Goes. And they're all pretty safe, actually. Zai, however, loses his duel on Emo. Shox is gone, and so is the round. 4 for NIP. And I can't help but feel, could we bring up how many players are alive, have been alive at the end of rounds? Is that something we have visible?
Yeah, I can bring that one up just so you can see how clean that is. I can't show everybody at home.
Yeah,
but,
no, just for our own sanity.
Yeah, so far, oh, that's the wrong button right there. So far with these rounds and the way that they have progressed, we've had 5 alive after round 2, 5 after round 3, 3 survived after round 4, and that was round 5 that just concluded with 4 members alive.
Yeah. Wow, so that's why they've got 10k after their bye.
And now they've upgraded their Galils to AK-47s.
Oh, even better.
And the AWP out for Twist. We'll see what he can do. His CT side AWPing on Inferno is kind of wild. If he's feeling it, if he gets into that final form, you're going to see some crazy flicks come through. Very aggressive nature. And potentially a good grenade there towards apartments. No one to receive it. Tekkenine's out.
Are you excited, Henry, and this NIP team? Because I am.
I actually am. I feel like with a few more weeks under their belt and the way they're playing right now, this is like V1 of NIP as far as I'm concerned, right? This is getting better and better every time we see them, and I think they're a great little team.
We haven't seen, I think, the full potential of a Plopsky and Nork yet, right?
No.
We've seen Rez at full force. We've seen Twist on an absolute tear. We've seen Lekra strip teams with a Deagle. But the 2 youngsters, the two players who are going to be the cornerstone of this team moving forward, I don't think we've seen them at 100% yet. And they're being forced, well, not forced, but they're being taught how to play fundamental CS by Threat, one of the greatest to ever do it. So if this is the baseline for this team, great start.
Yeah, I totally agree. Plopsky will be tested here, though, but he knows he's got the smoke down, but a flashbang!
Oh,
he
gets
does
one.
at least get one. Now, will they assume the bomb site's open again and just make their way through? Apparently, the bomb's on the other side of the map here, and it will be Apex to pull one back, but he has got the bomb alone. Does he just jump out, hope for the best? He does. Makes his way down towards the pit. Minimal damage taken, but received from Rez down to 27. He's going to be throwing an incendiary, and Apex's objective here just to get that bomb planted. And he will do.
He got clipped as he crossed. Now the flames arrive and he does go down, but he does get the bomb. So an unarmored ZywOo is a clutch. Not necessarily the easiest of tasks, if not even one he was remotely going for, because the defuse is coming in as it would have had he not lost his life. But all the same, no rifle for ZywOo. But a whole lot of cash in the Vitality Bank after them swallowing their pride for 2 rounds straight. Impact player Plopsky there. You can see he did find the frag on towards his test on B. The fact that he just pulls the trigger as that flash pops, I mean, he has to react so fast to that. He gets one. It's a whole lot more than none.
Yeah, it's good stuff for him to react in that scenario to get anything at all. And considering he was on his own, you go down there, you've lost map control, you force a rotation, a bigger gap. Maybe that round is Vitality's
Sure, that's
right
a good
there.
point, yeah.
So every single kill in this game matters with the pace we see it playing at. Ooh, okay. No one home to receive the nades this time round. Want to be a little bit more passive. They'll throw out their own as part of the rally here, but it was a 4-man B lean from NIP at the start of this, just in case there was some early aggression to be dealt with.
And we're going into round 7 here. There's only been 5 kills total for Vitality since winning the pistol, right? They've had 5 kills since the first round. That's across the board. That's not one player. No one really causing any damage towards NIP at all at this stage. We'll see what happens as we get into another mid-round. They've got basic control of middle. They're going to have to smoke it off, though, and there it is. From Apex towards Library. Goes down successfully. They've Molotov out trashing. You see a lot more theory coming to the game now. More set pieces on the smokes and flashbangs, and they're actually giving them some space to work with. Taking down Nork. It's looking very good now for Vitality.
Where's the bomb, though? It's loose in middle without a player babysitting it.
Okay.
That's an interesting state of affairs. The frags are coming in.
Oh, they can find the bomb here, by the way. Okay, that's Molotov might save the day. Shoxy knows he needs to go get that bomb. No, oh God, does he know?
It's right in the middle of
Luckily
nowhere.
they don't.
Thank goodness.
And they're overthinking this a little bit, thinking that exactly what Alex
they're
is
doing
saying.
a gamble save here. Okay, they go back to B. I was about to say, they could go to A here, and they're going for a gamble stack at the A bomb side. This could actually be the most comical round ever. But it does all balance out. They're fine. They're going to win it.
Phew-wee. I mean, goodness, if Vitality were to lose a round like that because of a decision like that, a mistake like that, to be more specific, I don't know if they'd have even had a chance to get their heads clear and to come forward to come back here. But they do, and round 2 is on the board. 0-0-6 with 6 ADR, no less.
I thought it was G2 had the problems with the bomb. They're the ones who can't defuse it. Vitality are the ones who can't recover it.
Yeah,
That's how you're going to remember.
Didn't G2 have one where they didn't plant it as well? I think there was one
Was
that
that one of
they,
them? I'm
I
thinking of the
think
one on Nuke where they didn't defuse it.
that was against Astralis. I remember that one very well. But I thought like they did something as well
And
where
Shox
they
was in that G2, right? So
It was Vertigo. We were casting it, and I think they ran out of time to plant the bomb. Alex, what's up?
Oh, no, I was just... Oh, no, you caught me.
Sorry.
This was me thinking about some maths. He had the numbers up, and it went 0, 1, 2, 3. And then I think we had 4 and 5 on Plopsky. 6 was somewhere. Nork was 7. We were all nearly counting to 10 across the server, but it wasn't quite there. And that's you've caught me middle of my calculations.
Sorry, I
there.
thought you were gesturing to
So
me.
hang on. 1,
was...
2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't have an 8. Okay, so we get
Looking
all the
for
way
8.
to 7.
do we have a 1?
We do have a 0 and a 1. Then a 2, then a 3, then a 4.
Oh, wow. So
Is this Sesame Street? And you're like...
Count
the
Dracula.
Count? So like, what,
number of the day,
Holy moly,
1962.
he's called Count because he's a vampire and he counts.
Exactly.
He does maths.
He does.
That went over my 2-year-old head, believe it or not.
the Easter eggs are in there for the adults, so it's all right.
Still, Big Bird aside.
Rest in peace.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is Chewbacca still around?
Don't know.
Star Wars still a thing, so I don't know. Is Sesame Street
Yeah,
still
but
a
you can
thing?
put a different guy in the suit, can't you, is what I'm
That's
saying.
true.
Not that it's a suit, kids. If you're watching, you shouldn't be. 5v5. We can get back into the action with what seems to be a bit of a mid-round call from NIP. Plopsky's holding the utility. Nork jiggling for the initial smoke grenade. Oh, no, they just go again.
Scrappy.
It's just one pop flash, and then they charge. That was a team flash. That was a team flash. There's no assist on that triple kill from Plopsky. The French have flashed themselves and walked in.
Hey, bro, you want 3 kills? Take this.
Oh, no.
Well, there's still a chance they can win it, but maybe not so much anymore. Rez will take down Zai with a well-placed grenade. The utility usage has been impeccable so far. We'll see Shoxy, though, known for his clutches maybe a couple of years ago. This one doesn't seem possible, but it all starts here. Gets a shadow. First bit of information. Good shot. There's actually a good shot. That flashbang could do enough here. I think he might do this.
Looking good. Shoxy with 29 health. He's got a 1v2, but the bomb's half gone. Rez could go next and instead stands his ground. Twisted a fuse 6-2.
I was believing that.
Yeah, you got me believing.
I was ready for that flashbang with the AWP as well. If he takes down the rifler in that first 1-on-2, he probably wins it, but doesn't happen. And we will go 6-2 now. Vitality with the plant have more than enough to buy. Plopsky with 3 in the round. And as you mentioned, Alex, no flash assist there, and they were very blind when they came through. Suggests that that set piece wasn't quite well covered enough. We're going to have a look, Chad. Is it definitely a team flash? You're just looking at it now.
The first guy entering in was team flash. The rest of them, I think it was just the animation. It doesn't look like they were actually blind. So it was just the first guy got blind by Shox's flash as they were entering into the site.
To be fair, happens in most people's executes to an extent.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise them. So it wasn't like everyone was blind, just the first
few. Okay, so it wasn't a complete disaster. Instead, it was just Plopsky out-franking him.
Yeah. So on the rewatch, not terrible, but also not the round. So it doesn't really matter, I suppose, how the chips lie.
Sure. But we'd like to know. We'd like to give accurate feedback here, and that's what we got you.
I like how big I can't show it to everybody at home right now, the flash orb on this looks so huge. I really love it.
What is the flash orb?
So basically, that's a range indicator. So with those on, like for the bomb, that will show you the range of the bomb. For this with the grenades, will show the range of the...
That's what that giant big white plume is.
And I put that on so it's easier for people to see, because otherwise it is quite difficult.
Look at Apex go. He's trying to avoid all the nades, and for the first, never mind. There was another one.
Big grenade now.
Yeah, in fact, 2 of them are half health. I thought they'd avoided most of the hard work, but there was another one to come. And NIP's utility has shaken them to their core. They get early banana control, but at what cost? He'll leave one man there. That's going to be RPK's task now to maintain. He doesn't have a smoke, and I want to note that just so that he can't continue to fake any sort of presence towards B other than perhaps his steps and what little utility he still has. It has, talking of rotate, good grief, there's 4 CTs on B right now, lads. What's going on?
Lekro's alone towards the A side of the map.
Is this just a gamble?
They just have to push this. They have to. They have to flash over and just go to push down banana, because they've really lost control of the map at this point.
And they call it clear. RPK gets the kill. It's working out so well for Vitality. There's only one man still on A, Lekro, cowering in Graveyard, looking at the floor. Rez to support. That's a perfect smoke.
Yeah, very well played from Rez. Not the flashiest play, but the fact he gets a smoke down there, it's going to slow them down. Allow some rotations to come through. Enough to play on the bomb site. Sure, they're a man down, but they've done damage, remember. 30 seconds remaining. Lekro can still save the day.
And he already has onto the first. Masuta's on the site for flash. Lekro's dancing around, and he's done it. Oh, not all. 3 HP is all that needs to be converted. Shox will recover the bomb. Will even make it to the site. The bullet through the smoke could have caught him. He delayed himself enough to at least get that bomb plant down. So $800 a piece at the minimum. Maybe a 1v2. He's got to avoid all damage. The nade does good damage.
Wow.
And they're coming in pair. A spray, not quite. Can't even pull the trigger before Twist adjusts.
I like that from NIP. Very well done. Like I said, that one smoke towards quad was enough to set Lekro up there. Flashbangs from his teammates as well. He gets himself a couple of frags. And remember, he was alone at A. They went for a gamble stack towards B, pushed off it knowing they'd lost all the map control needed. And at that stage, very well done from NIP. Held on well enough to just buy some time, get another player towards a bomb site. That was Rez. And Lekro was able to knock them down, bring them back to a 2 versus 1. The bomb was planted, admittedly, but 7-2 now for NIP as Vitality will have a full buy once again. Zaiwu 4-7, Masuta 2-7, Apex probably around that as well. You can see there's only one player's really stepped up. That's RPK of 5 kills, 2 rounds found, early days, I suppose.
Zaiwu trying to take matters into his own hands with some aggressive AWPing.
That is the Zaiwu. You rush banana with the
move, yeah.
That's it. That's the one. Normally gets an ace off it, but this time not so much. He gets the first kill, but answered back by Nork. The chaos ensues once again. Spots Apex, and Apex will be smoked off.
Well, I wanted to see NIP fight for territory on the map more, and we're definitely getting that. Is the picture-in-picture right there is of Red Canids versus Boom Esports, currently in overtime number 1. It is the final map of their best-of-3 series. As we look back at this, NIP, their adjustments have been reaping rewards as they're 7-2 up. Flashes onto the B-bomb site once again. Apex Just wanting to keep them honest, to allow this little avenue of aggression. Shocks, he snuck up mid. He's got a kill or two to his name here.
Yeah, the Shoxy shark starts to swim towards its prey. Wiggling his pointy tail. Should be two. He's been checked. And he's been spotted. He's fired off a warning shot. Smoke towards construction. That will have to be presence alone. No! Knife out for Lekro. They're going to turn tail. They know the A site is wide open and Shoxy's going to be the first on the scene. There is nobody home. He's even got his knife out. He knows.
Yeah, I don't even know what you do here if you're an NIP. You certainly got time to get to the bomb side. The bomb down here, they've got so much money, they might as well go for it, but at the same time, they're not going to win it. So what's the call? Just hold towards library and arch, perhaps look for exit kills.
They have a lot of nades here, though.
Yeah, that's
if they do want to work for this, they could. They can Molotov back towards the back of pit or the back. Okay, there we go. There's the call.
There it is.
Eventually, right, this team, I want to see them going for these type of rounds eventually, right? Right now, you don't need to do it. But I'm just saying, you know, 6 months down the track, they need, you know, I want to see the individuals grow to a point where they're confident to go for these rounds, because we heard from Carrigan, the in-game leader of Mouse Sports, and we were talking about some of these retake situations that were miracle rounds. And he's like, yeah, my teammates always tell me there's always a chance, right? We saw them win several rounds like that where they just sat there and did nothing for 20 seconds.
And you see Astralis do it too. You know, Astralis have gotten to the point in their game where they will play the percentages, but they'll put themselves in positions where if there is a misstep, they can punish.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that, you know, is an art form in itself, and it comes down to a lot of, you can't micromanage that. That exclusively comes from individual players and their own read of the situation. So it's interesting, and it will come with time. As you said, you put a time on that, saying it's not necessarily the first thing to be worked on, and there's no doubt about that. But 7-3, the CT side from NIP, all of that hard work certainly paying off, as they are making Vitality sweat. They lost the first map by a large margin. And now we find ourselves in map 3.
Shocks now in the boiler room. It looks great for his first kill, but not as fast as it used to be. Doesn't connect the head there of Rez. Does some bit of damage, but in terms of the setup here, the bomb's down in T-spawn. Keep track of that. Vitality don't. We'll see they're now boosted up towards the half wall. Apex. Oh god, the grenade's pretty brutal here. He'll have to dismount. And does he just want to make a contact play here? The smoke will go down, at least he baits that out. Bomb recovered.
They did a really good job, though, baiting out all those banana nades.
That was quite convincing. What's left, though? We have got Nork with an incendiary and a flash. He'll be joined by Plopsky just with a flashbang himself as well. So this would be a good call. They get towards B now.
Full smokes. Well, basically 4 smokes here. The Molotovs there. So they want to push back mid-vision before they hit B, it looks like.
Yeah, so there's Molotovs towards the quad itself and actually removes any AWP there. You smoked off towards Arch as well. It's taking that vision away, making sure no one can get anything from this. Flashbangs to be delivered by Plopsky, though. Is it enough? Flashbang is decent, but I don't think the incendiary will do a whole lot of damage. But Misuta feeling the burn somewhat. Big kill from Plopsky here. Monumental as he finds the bomb. And it's a 5-on-2. Zywoo and Shocks left with 20 seconds.
He did that all. His flashbang was the way to the first. RPK was trying to clear the site, but the round is far from over. Zywoo, a 2 versus 5. Him and Shoxy, and I have a feeling that both of them are going to be finding some frags. 2v3 now. Zywoo hunting for another, but Nork very quick on the trigger.
They can smoke the bomb here and just defuse. They know he's got an AWP remaining. Out they can smoke banana as well. That would be pretty idyllic. Oh, he's going to hit this one. Not quite. Twist will get him. That was a hype moment there. If he gets a no-scope there, takes down the diffuser, that could have been sick.
Twist was 360ing out of the smoke.
Yeah. But there it is. NIP, they're looking very regimented, I have to say. Pulling these rounds back when they shouldn't be, like, it's impressive to say at the very least there. Great stuff. 8-3.
Yeah, Plopsky, 3 kills in that round.
Like, that flashbang that he's using, Vitality's using as well. So you're towards the coffin position. Instead of bouncing off the right, actually using the roof of the banana area itself. And it actually lands right in front of them. You can see how powerful that was. 3 kills coming in. As you mentioned, they weren't flashing each other there. That was all down to Plopsky. And it's 1 flashbang to get 3 kills. So Mac 10s are coming out now. And this is one of those, what other team was doing this, Chad? We saw the Mac 10s. Was it 4s?
That was 4s, yeah.
4s, yeah. So they're within money. They've got enough money to a full gun round, but they want to change the pacing up. They want to go for an aggressive pick. There's something a little bit looser. Bring the Mac 10s out and go towards positions like apartments and do that. That's all you need.
Fortunately, he can't leap out with the Mac 10, but his teammate can, and Rez is full flash. Didn't check! He didn't check, and that was the bomb! Express delivery way straight to the A site. CTs can rotate. They're all pincering in. Look at the blue just closing in around Vitality now. They know they're on a clock, and it's rather short. Nork's caught one, so has Twist, and this is just going to get tumbled out of control. RPK is in a very good position for 2. Twist pushed through the Molotov, and now very well could be a clutch for the tank. Time to plant as well.
I like the look of this from RPK. Plopsky and Nork will stick together. They're both towards quad. Now it's not looking so good for him. As soon as
He's waited a long time.
Yeah, he has no idea they've got this close. He's hoping that they'll pincer him at one point. They spotted him. And they'll take him down. There was a moment he gets a double kill there. But it doesn't come through.
It looked real clunky for a second there. The fact they get to course correct and put 9 on the board. Good stuff from NIP. They're looking very threatening right now. 9-3 up. Look, that was a gift, obviously, having the bomb delivered to you in that fashion. But still, you know, a lot of these rounds, they're playing together. They're playing the percentages.
There's so many huge risks taken here by Vitality. It's like,
that's true.
It's 1 minute 30 in the close. We're just going for that apartments play again that cost us the second round. He's going to do that again. Hasn't worked this game so far. Give it another go. This time it makes more sense because you've got the Mac 10s coming out first. But at the same time, like, doesn't really work out. The bomb's being delivered by itself out of the balcony.
Yeah, and we know NIP have been playing relatively passive, right? So here they've done like 4-man B leans. They've been fighting for more top banana control. They've had that AWP patrol in the arch side of middle, but they haven't really shown too much aggression towards window room. Shox has been getting boiler time and time again. He's either been jumping around or running through halls. So you know that they're playing passive, and that's the best positions to be to fight against those Mac 10s. If you're in the back of pit and 2 guys with Mac 10s are jumping out, it doesn't really matter about their flashes if you're pipping them out mid-air or you're dodging them. So wasn't able to stick the landing on that one. And we know head armor is a plenty right now for the Ninjas, as they have so much money to work with here. The buy is a plenty, but Vitality can still rock this boat a little bit. So if NIP get 10, that's a good first half from them. They're in a position to get 12, but I think we'll probably end up with an 11-4, 10-5 kind of half here.
Here we go again in the apartments. Is it the same approach? Oh, the smoke makes things very difficult, but they do manage to beat it at least. They actually have found a way to thread the needle, but a couple of kills for NIP. That smoke becomes a problem now. Incendiary down towards quad. Lekro looking very comfortable. And what is the call here? Bombs in boiler room. They keep trying to force the issue out of this apartment position, but it has forced a rotation from Plopsky, and maybe even the B side could be open now. They are finding a lot of these openings. I will say that much. That's great.
They do enough, but...
Well, they're second guessing it.
It's a gamble again from NIP. They're just like, yeah, let them fake all they like.
Yeah, let them go B. If Shox gets...
Apex now. Okay, he's been dropped. So Shox might need to go B, but the bomb's not there. Luckily, they got 40 seconds. What's the play? They've got
they're out to lose the bomb.
Yeah, well, that's the round.
And that is the round, just like that.
You see, if you had, like, I don't know, Device and Dupree in that scenario, you'd see them kind of coming together, working something out. But it seems like there are 2 very separate objectives there. Shox is trying to fake towards B. RPK is just waiting middle. No one's really committing or doing anything.
Yeah, the idea, probably not terrible, but the timing, not fantastic, right? When you think about how much time is left on the clock right now and how much time they still had to work with, Shox is not going to
He's not going to do anything here, but I like the idea.
He's trying.
The CT smoke from the other side.
CT smoke now. It really does make things problematic, and it will be 10-3. Good effort, I have to say, to even at least get a couple of kills on the board there, but still... Very convincing finish from NIP. As round 14 comes through, it's Lekro, the impact player, with 2 kills in the round, almost 200 damage, and potentially... Oh, there is a full buy-in. Money has not been an issue for Vitality at all.
I think this is part of, like, the old brain, Henry, and I'm going to do my best to explain what I mean here.
Go on.
But Counter-Strike now, I think all the best teams in the world are more than happy to sit there and not move for 20 seconds, right? They're more than happy to, with so much time on the clock in certain scenarios in 3v3s, they're just happy not to move. When they went and tried to sell, okay, cancel that one. Everyone get out of banana. We didn't stick the landing. The nades didn't land. Let's get out of there. Get out of there. All right, we'll try something else. But when we're looking at that scenario, they could have thrown that B fake, right? And then just froze. Held banana control, held halls control, but instead they tried to find kills. But
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
That is a little old school at this point. Twist has caught one, Masuta into the side. This is looking like the most promising round they've had in some time. Double kill. Presence on short does force him to cancel the plant, and Rez has got 2. He's still alive. I can't quite believe he's gotten away with that. This was looking like Vitality's best chance in some time. And just like that, Rez just has 3 to deal with and takes 2 and gets away.
Yeah, they've got the advantage now, just waiting for things to settle somewhat. They exchange flashes, but Zywoo's still alive with 75 points of health. Flashbang towards the quad side. Masuta will set up ZywOo to get himself perched in the corner. Flames beneath him, but he's full of fire himself. Hits the headshot towards Reds. 2-on-2 now. CT's coming in. This is where the kills have to come in very quickly as a bomb. Well more than halfway gone now. ZywOo takes down the penultimate player. That should be it. Nork will be dropped as well. They'll get the 4th on the board, but Vitality had to work for that one.
Yeah, ZywOo had to work for that one a lot.
Yes, that's true. 3 kills in the round. Perfectly played.
2
though.
HP left on him as he finishes. Hard work, hard graft, just to secure the 4th in round 14. Masuta was how he opened it up. These 2 kills was how the A site was theirs. This was how Rez managed to make it a competitive round. Double kill and getting away as well. That last player taking that fight was low. ZywOo of all players as well. Another couple more bullets from Rez, but that's just if, buts, and maybes. 10-4. Let's see if they can find that 5th. Vitality certainly in need of it. Wow. Was that?
Wait, what?
That was Apex AWPing. Apex just lost the dual body shots from the M4. Plopsky wins it.
I guess he had the best spawn and went for the opening kill. Doesn't seem to be the solution or the remedy to their problems right now, as we'll see a 4 versus 3 ensue. Masuta down to 10 HP. Shox waiting. Same story for the former.
Okay, no, I was tripping out, wasn't I?
It was just the, yeah, I got a little bit confused as well.
So the kill, okay, it doesn't matter. I think we just switched POV as someone died,
Yes.
so I got confused.
Yes, exactly. We're about to witness the duel at A
Yeah,
ramp.
and then we cut to a different duel, and yeah, it's fine. I understand now.
It's all right.
I didn't
had the
understand
whole-
why Apex was AWPing, and now I see the bodies were on banana.
I had the
Alles
whole
gut.
kit situation before, so we're all learning.
Tickety boo.
Final round of this first half, boys. And NIP have ran away with the first half indeed, but can they close it out? Get 11-4. If Nork gets a smoke down now, that would be ideal, but they have been able to push these. And again, they do it once more. Bomb goes down, Nork on for 2, nails it. Final kill will be his as well. Shoxy, something else to say.
And that's the end of that. 11-4, NIP, a sterling 3rd map start. They looked like they're poised to take the first victory of their road to Rio.
Take me to a place I know, somewhere I can feel my soul. Lately I'm skin and bone, so hollow. I've never felt so alone. I need you more than you know. 'Cause baby, you feel like home. Take me to a place I know, somewhere I can feel my soul. Lately I'm skin and bone, so hollow. I've never felt so alone. I need you more than you know. 'Cause baby, you feel like home.
It's hopeless when you think that you've lost. Oh, I will take your hand and we'll rise up from the dust. Oh, here we go, go, go. Let us heal and grow. You won't be alone. We're unstoppable. Don't be afraid to show what we're going for. This is what we know. Here we come back to life. We're still breathing. Standing up, everybody's gonna see it. Oh, all you need to know is We just keep on fighting that we
One final half in our second series of the day, and NIP could very well be making this a quick one. 11-round lead to just the 4 of Vitality.
Oh, poor old Alex. He thinks it's going to be a quick one. It's not happening, my friend. You're strapping yourself
What have I done?
for a marathon. But we are going to see NIP now switching over towards the T side and Rez to patrol that banana. Here we join by Plopsky. One scary man makes his presence known here. That's going to be Zywoo, but Rez with the first shot. Does he want to duel him? Good flashbang, and that's a great shot.
Wow. He wants more. The flashbangs do arrive a second to support Zywoo's fragging, but they tuck in. They tuck and do seem to turn tail as well. Looks like the T's are going to try and get some presence up mid. You can see Nork, who has been continuously impressing us across this series. Started on Overpass and finishes here on Inferno. Nuke sandwiched in there as well.
Yeah, let's just say this. If Vitality win the pistol and convert, this one probably has overtime written all over it, just the way that these matches seem to play out at the high level.
But there are 2 smokes now towards the coffins and CD spawn area. Zywoo will block the first smoke to allow him to jump up on the coffins here. Got to hit these Apex. He's had a... That's not good enough, I'm afraid.
It's just not okay. He's in trouble. That's a shot from Zywoo, though, keeping them competitive. Lekro does find Apex. In fact, he's found more than that. Banana no longer a threat. 2 players for the retake for Vitality. The bomb's not even down yet.
They don't have to scramble and rush the bomb down. They've got a 3-on-2 scenario, good positions as well. No one needs to be challenging for a kill. Bomb will be planted here. Zywoo, oh, great position from Nork. He is protected. You can see it was down to a millisecond there. Twist didn't feel safe about it, but now a 3-on-1 ensues, and Shoxy has got the defuse kit, but he needs 3 kills as well. First will not be his, at least at the middle area. He's going to have to go towards ruins now. CD spawn has been blocked off, and going to go for it, but not really much to get excited about.
They're not even giving him anything.
Look how little they give him. He knows where they are, but that's nothing. That's only half of the battle. No kit. Oh, in fact, sorry, I tell a lie. He has it, but no chance to use it. Nice work. Nork and Lekro double kills each into the pistol.
Has to be the force by now from Vitality. This is one of the rounds they do need to steal away. So they could take a full eco and go for masses and rifles next round. I would say they buy here. There's confirmation from the in-game leader, Apex. So go for 5-7 and armor. And I have to say that miss towards Banana Chat. That was on the bomb as well. You've got to hit those ones.
Yeah.
As a player of that caliber, and in this team, you've got to hit those shots. There's nothing, no 2 ways about it.
I probably feeling a lot of the pain that Apex is currently feeling previously, right? As an in-game leader who tries to, you try to micromanage, and he's a very aggressive in-game leader. You're thinking about so many other things and not your crosshair in a lot of these situations. That's why I just don't think this is the setup. It's going to be the final form of Vitality. Not going to start saying, wow, Apex calling is exactly what we need. Like, it's okay. Like, they've got enough here to be a serviceable team, but they want to be world champions. They've got the world's best player in their ranks, right? They want to take it to the next level. I don't think this current iteration with the in-game leader as Apex is going to be there.
Yeah, here's the issue, though, is they either have to go and completely rip an in-game leader out of a tier 2 French squad.
This is the problem.
Or you continue to just play hot potato with in-game leadership with the names you already know. They've already tried the whole, they've had NBK in their roster before, who wasn't necessarily a leader. He's now gone out to greener pastures in the international scene. There are names they've tried and will no longer be available.
Well, Alex might still be available. I suppose he quit because of travel burnout, right?
That's true. He can sit at home for this.
I'm not saying they are going to make any changes or anything like that, but I would say this, for me, is not the final Team Vitality that's going to be knocking our socks off.
I would want Apex not focusing on, or being able to focus exclusively on his crosshair.
Just from the eye test, I haven't looked at all his stats. I would say he doesn't look as promising as a player since he's taken over the in-game leader responsibilities.
Let me tell you, managing a team is not a fun thing by any
definitely
means.
Understandable.
All right, well.
Oh dear, Zywoo. He actually managed to inflict some damage there. Looked like he was caught completely unawares, but the round will go their way. It's 3 very quick frags, make it 4. NIP do knock on the door of 16. They've got 13 already, just 2 rounds into the half.
It looked very good for Vitality right there. The smokes get dropped. There was 20 seconds left. It looks like they were on the other side of them. They should hit the shots, and then, well, they're all dead. So it was a good attempt, but now, unfortunately, they have to full eco. Well, if they're going to play by the book, they should full eco here because they need to get some guns up in the following. This should be round number 14 coming in the favor of NIP. USPs, they're potent on pistol rounds. That's about it. Otherwise, you know, it's difficult to find a lot of frags with them. You maybe could isolate a duel here, there, and everywhere, but going up against 2 MAC-10s, 2 AK-47s, and a Galil in the hands of Plopsky right there, this round will not be easy. NIP want to call a tactical timeout just to discuss their options, make sure they're not giving this one up. This would be a horrible round to be losing right here. And Alex, I know you said it might be a quick one, but I know there's viewers now starting to jump on in. They're getting pretty excited for the 100 Thieves versus Genji match we got coming up next.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if they are. Well, I mean, I'm just excited to see the Genji gang. I mean, to see them once again step into the ring, and this time against an opponent, 100 Thieves who, to be fair to them, have impressed over the course of their last battle in ESL Pro League. They managed to stay competitive, push Team Liquid to 3 repeatedly, wins versus EG. We've seen it all. But 13-4 is where we're focused now, and NIP are just 3 rounds away. Should be 2 rounds after this one. This is simply a formality. Vitality biding their time before they have to forge what would be an impossible comeback. And there goes the incendiaries. This is something you'll see a lot of NIP on the anti-ecos. They do it right, and a triple kill from Rez as they are forced forward from the flames.
Well, that's the round. It was a good one, a quick one, and we'll get into round 19 next. Vitality have to pretty much present a perfect game of Counter-Strike on the CT side. I don't think that'll be happening right now. They've only got 1 player in double digits, just to know that. We're in round number 19. So Vitality looking a little bit shaken here. Inferno, one of the great decider of all best of 3s. He should be very well versed in this map, good to go. They definitely have the skill to play. They all know what they're doing. They just don't have the synergy right now across the board. It seems like the looser game style, it would have worked about 3 years ago. I feel like that would have been fine. This level of skill they've got on the server, the NIP, they're not playing a looser game of Counter-Strike. They're playing a very tight and regimented version of the game, which is just shutting them down here. Maps like Inferno, it's very difficult to get out of this hole. And on the T side, just a couple more rounds required here for NIP, and they've got a bonus round to kick things off, chat, meaning they can just take all the traditional stuff out and throw it away. Got MAC-10s, Galils, go for something a little bit crazy. Let's see what's available to us.
They can bait out some smokes here on this B site, and then, well, that's perfect. They've done what they needed to do. They were able to cause that with 1:20 left on the clock. First smoke will be gone by 1 minute. Second smoke will have to be dropped. You've still got 40 seconds left on the clock to work with, and unless any rotations are going to come across from Team Vitality, then NIP should just congregate as a crew with all the nades and flashes that they have right now and execute trading efficiently, right? This is simple approach. It's simple stuff. You get map control. They've got top mid. They've got boiler. They have everything they need. They're now forcing back the arch side again, keeping everything in question.
So now you don't know what's up middle. You have to at least respect it with player presence. Excuse me. 3 players are still on A. So you've denied info. They don't have info for middle or banana. This is a CT nightmare.
This is perfect that you want on the T side here. And then even if you want to wait until the last 30 seconds and throw in a bit of a fake, the CTs, they're more likely to rotate quickly just because of the amount of time left on the clock.
Here come the smokes. Apex, he'll have just a flashbang lying in wait. So it is a bit of a fake. You see them actually baiting all this utility. It's forced a rotation from Zywoo as well as they make their way towards the A site. RPK needs to deliver. Doesn't nail the first shot. The second not much better. And Shoxy here, he'll get 1 kill. Remember, Zywoo already rotated. We smoked off now. He's got the AWP looking towards middle, but they're already up, my friend. Bombs go down. Very difficult spot as well to recover and defuse. I think they might be just be saving. They're allowing series point to go.
That's a good round of Counter-Strike from NIP.
That's how it's done.
I'm enjoying that.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Instead of, like, at the start of the round, they've sent 3 players towards apartments, 1 flash and gone for it. That's pretty much the tactical depth we saw from Vitality. NIP, you can see they've been working hard, burning
the midnight oil.
Indeed, and just working out on the servers and making sure that everything is under lock and key here. It's been a very impressive performance so far. As Chad said, I feel like this team, this NIP, this could be one of the most successful teams if we continue to see this upward trajectory, right?
I want to liken them to when we got excited about ENTS, right? They had a fundamental base, they were together for some time, but these guys get a step up already because they are NIP. They do have players who have competed at the top for some time. They've thrown in the youngsters. Remember how long we were asking ourselves, where's the next generation of Swedish players? Well, now we've got a bunch of them, right? Obviously, Brolin over there with the Fnatic. We can point at
Fnatic and Nip.
Yeah, and they finally brought these in. And not only this, with getting rid of Forrest and Get right? 2 legendary names of NIP, you've completely changed the structure of the team. You can now take it any direction you want. It's no longer building around, the relics of the
things you've done for 4 years. It's no longer that either.
Precisely. And here you can see EG vs. Auglis has just gotten underway, ladies and gentlemen. That's one of the other North American games that will be going down for you. But this could be the last round for European Counter-Strike of the day.
Yep.
It could be. It's never that easy, though. We'll see whether NIP can convert. Zywoo with the orb. Nail. Normally used to him nailing it.
More of a
doesn't this time?
screw there
Yeah,
than a
screwed
nail.
him. And unfortunately for him, actually took damage himself. Twist, though, with the AWP, works his way towards Banana. Only one player there. That's going to be Masuta. He'll be at the new boxes. And in terms of grenades, he's got 1 flash and a smoke. They need 11 rounds in a row just to take us to overtime here. Doesn't look great.
What is Masuta supposed to do if they actually hit this?
Just drop a smoke and flash towards Apex, I guess, who's 3 and 15 right now.
Okay, so that is a good arrival from Apex, except now he's second-guessing himself.
I know this syndrome exactly. He's getting information from his teammates, and he's constantly working out how can he help them as opposed to how can I get kills. It's a terrible place for an in-game leader to fall
guys,
into.
you're not giving me anything here. There's no information.
Now he's going back to, but look at it. If you just watched Apex POV, he's just been going back and forth in CT spot. Oh, no. Knife out towards A. The bomb's at T ramp still. NIP have no intentions of committing anywhere.
Oh, God, I love that.
It's fun. It's fun to watch when you've got Chad who's lived it.
Oh, it's such a horrible feeling.
Masuta, however, is going to get tested with 2 players, make it just 2 more, actually. Shox has caught 1. Apex under pressure, 30 seconds. And now
Nork's got
RPK,
up.
what is going on here? Nork's fully out on the A site.
So RPK knows they're coming from top of middle, but if he misses this shot, which there's a good chance he could do,
Well, they're going
or
safe.
go apartments, then they've actually done enough.
They're playing the percentages a little better than that.
Okay, so they can get the bomb down here. Shox just realizes we've got to step up here. We've got to run into the crosshairs of Twist, who gets 2. They're just feeding him now, and this could be the end. What are they doing?
Wow.
Oh,
Pack it up.
Pack it
Pack
in.
it up. Pack it up. All right, guys, I'm getting the tools.
Yep. And that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. 16-4, a fantastic performance from NIP there. They show us what hard work and mental fortitude can bring to the table here. A great performance across the board here. Vitality very flat. Need to go back to the drawing board, I'm afraid.